We're on our third clip of the day. This is the third clip that's being posted today, and Francis and I are fucking dying in the studio.
I've not had any oxygen to my head. I think I'm becoming delusional.
We're going to talk about a beef. We love beefs. Just because beefs happened in 2016 doesn't mean there's going to be more beefs in 2017. It's the Aqib Talib, Michael Crabtree beef. But before we get to that, I have to say that understand that when you are sick and this is your job, it is a nightmare to sit under fluorescent lights when your sensitivity feels like your eyeballs are going to burn out of your head and you can't breathe through your nose, even as big as mine is. You would think that there'd still be some pockets of air, but there's just not. There's nothing going any which direction.
There's just nothing. There's no air. As I said, I'm becoming delusional. This says sports. I haven't been able to read it for the past 20 minutes.
Brutal.
There is no ability in my head. My analysis is all over the gaff. But
So
I'm trying to get
the
through
gaff. So while a part of me wanted to talk about the New York Giants partying in Miami 6 hours after beating the Redskins.
Great idea.
6 days before having to, play the Packers in Lambeau Field.
With one of them,
Odell Beckham Jr. was
MVP
clearly
candidate.
smoking a joint.
Wise move, Giants.
What are you guys doing? We're going to talk about Aqib Talib versus Michael Crabtree because it really was one of the most amazing things I've seen this NFL season.
Yeah.
Aqib Talib is a punk. I don't know the way to put it.
He's a dirty, dirty player.
He is a dirty player. He's hunted targets, and he's also been on the side of getting dirty plays.
No, I think he's a phenomenal. I think he's one of the guys you want on your team, but you despise playing against. Exactly.
It's the Joakim Noah effect, and not even that I love Joakim Noah on the Knicks, but when he was great on the Bulls, right, defensive player of the year status, good on the Bulls, he was the type of player you said, man, I would hate playing against him, but I would love him on my team. I don't say the same anymore, but Talib is that type of player.
That type of
player. And, Talib did this. Here's 2 screenshots. We can't show you the video or the NFL will come after me. But you can see him. He first grabs the chain and then rips Michael Crabtree's rather large chain off of his neck during the Denver Broncos versus Oakland Raiders game. And Talib explained afterwards, pretty bluntly, why he ripped his chain off. Aqib?
Oh, no, man. He just been wearing that chain all year, man. It just been growing on me, so I said if he wear that chain in front of me, I'm going to snatch it off. So he wore it in front of me, so I had to snatch it off.
What did he say?
Oh, he started crying to the ref. He called for the ref. Ref. He didn't say nothing to me, though.
I mean, the guy's got a point.
I said he's been wearing it all year long. If he's going to wear it around me,
I'm sure the guy's got 2 chains.
Well, there you have it. I get it. 2 chains. That's pretty funny. With a Z. With a Z. 2 chains.
Our jokes aren't even flowing.
No, they're
We're
not.
just delusional. We're high on NyQuil.
If I was on NyQuil, I'd be asleep.
I know. We're high
I
on
did
Dayquil.
chug 3 bottles of Dayquil before I came here.
Anti-drowsy. This is not surprising. As I mentioned, it's the only way I can really highlight this guy. This is a guy who was phenomenal last year in the Super Bowl and was largely criticized by Panthers fans because they felt that he doesn't play necessarily by the rules. But this guy hasn't played by the rules, and I think, in a way, he doesn't go against what the rules are. He just kind of bends them in his favor. And I think that's it's a testament to a guy who's a nightmare to play against.
Just point me to the rule book where it says, you can't rip the chain.
And the rule book, it should state you shouldn't be allowed to wear a chain.
It's amazing that you can grab a player by his dreads and pull him to the ground, and that's a legal tackle. But if you rip the guy's chain, you don't get a... Remember, if you jump into a charity pot for the Salvation Army, you don't get a flag. But if, you do Michael Jackson's moonwalk for 4 seconds too long, you do get a flag. But if you rip somebody's chain off their neck, you don't get a flag. But if the ball falls out of the end zone after it gets punched out, and instead of the 1 yard line, the other team gets the ball. But if it's a 2, the NFL rule book is definitely one of the most convoluted books in the history of written language.
Open to interpretation.
In 300 years where the NFL definitely doesn't exist, they're going to have history lessons, and they're going to open it up and you're going to go we're going to study one of the most confusing books ever written. And they're going to be you ever heard the theory, by the way, of how over an extended period, an immense amount of time, there's a theory that history itself gets smushed together, so things get lost and certain things get smushed. So it would be the NFL rulebook written by Aristotle.
I was going to say, they're just going to put it side by side, the evolution of gladiators. From gladiators to like American football, where they're just pushing them together. But yeah, what we did is we just gave them some padding and we put more of them out there.
And we put more of them.
And we took away the Tigers.
We took away the Tigers and we made that into the Panthers and put them in Carolina.
Yes, we put them in Carolina.
It would be in 2016. Donald Trump was. Oh wait.
Wait, that's not good. That's not going to be convoluted.
That's
going to be its
real.
own moment in history.
Although the one with Schwarzenegger becoming governor of California might be up for debate. like is that? I don't remember. All right, so here was Crabtree's 2 quotes afterwards, and he makes a very good point. While Talib's going to act like a child and be like, oh, he cried to the refs. The refs are talking to me like I was playing dirty, Crabtree said. A guy snatches my chain, he's hitting me after the play, but if I react, they'll kick me out of the game. It was too much. You see the dude and what he's doing in front of me. What do you want me to do? I can't react or they kick me out of the game, and I'm the bad guy. I made a business decision for my team. No better way to handle it, Michael Crabtree. Well, a lot of people would have, I would also continue to say, I really don't like number 21. Love that he won't refer to him as Aqib Talib. I think he's fake. You aren't tough. You aren't defending anybody like that. You're acting. You're snatching chains up on the field. What did you accomplish? Are you hard? Are you tough? Does that make you tough? You're snatching chains in front of the police and taking off running. That was a childish man. The police is the refs in this situation. Gee, the police is the refs. No, here's an inappropriate joke. If you snatch a chain in front of the police in 2016, he'd probably get shot.
No doubt.
But in terms of Michael Crabtree's point, what do you want him to do? The refs don't call anything for Crabtree. If he pushes him back, he's going to get flagged. It's going to affect the Raiders. So Crabtree is the real guy you want on your team as a teammate because he's not going to put the team in jeopardy when things aren't going his way.
Well, that's the way you should be thinking. I mean, I understand in the heat of the moment people act irrationally, but who's got the most to lose here? The Denver Broncos aren't going anywhere. The Oakland Raiders are going to the playoffs. They're going to be playing.
Derek Carr.
Without Derek Carr, I understand it, but an important player like Crabtree, he's thinking as a team player. And that is exactly what people are trying to teach from the very earliest inception of the game, is that you need to be thinking in moments of anger and passion, what is best for my team. And this is a great example of someone that did that.
The passion of the Crabtree.
The passion of the Crabtree. Deservedly so, he gets mentioned in this clip, and I will not make a joke about him having crabs in his tree.
Jameis Winston, crab legs. Comment below, like, favorite, and subscribe. It all comes full circle. We're going to die if we don't make it through all these clips. Actually, I'm going to be asleep in 10 minutes.
Ma! The Dayquil!
The Dayquil! It just hurts. The throat's raspy. Everything's bad. We'll see you next time.
Send help.